Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially back. Welcome to the second episode of the career mode. And my name. We are officially underway for the Chinese Grand Prix. We are officially on the way. This is going to be the first sprint weekend of the season. As you can see, probably I'll leave you the video somewhere up here on the right, probably, of the first episode. Australia was a bit difficult for us. If you haven't checked that out, please check that out. Go check that out. And as you saw from the banner previously, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a like, a follow, a comment, whatever you want to leave it, because it will help us grow and it will help us reach our goal, which is to bring Williams back to the top. And as you can see, we are going through the standings. It's not looking good for us. We're P14 on standings, no points whatsoever. And it's not been a good start, but we can make it up. I feel confident about this race, about the Chinese Grand Prix. And so let's go. Let's dive right into free practice in China. Practice one, there will be only one free practice because of the sprint weekend format. It's going to be one practice session and then right into sprint qualifying. But nevertheless, we go right into it. As we see now from our motorhome, we can see our teammate in front of us, and so let's dive right into this. As we can see already, that from the weather forecast, it's going to be interesting because the first practice session is going to be totally wet and sunny, as well as the qualifying for the Grand Prix. This is going to be a hell of an interesting thing because you've seen it from the, of course, from the qualifying in Australia. We've been mighty on the on a wet track, and so yeah, this can be interesting actually. We're gonna struggle probably on the dry, but nevertheless, it's gonna be a hell of an interesting thing. And so we have simulated, of course, the practice because we are too strong. We don't need any practice. So we dive straight into sprint qualifying, which is going to be quite difficult. Let's take a look at the messages that we have. Our engineer, Mark, tells us to take turn one very, very carefully. It's not important, as he says, to carry speed into turn one, while it's very important to hit the apex of turn two, and he is right. So we are going to do that. We won't carry much speed into turn one. So let's dive right into it. Load the setup,
to
and let's
Shanghai,
go.
ladies and gentlemen, where it's Chinese Grand Prix weekend. But before we can race, we need to qualify. And who's going to take that coveted pole position? How will our grid line up? We're about to find out. Welcome to qualifying.
Thank you, Crofty. Thank you for introducing us to the sprint qualifying. So let's dive right into it. Let's load our setup and let's go for a cranky lap around the Shanghai circuit. And we of course lessen the fuel load because we want to be as of course light as possible. Reminder for those who don't know, the sprint qualifying format has the first two sessions running mandatorily on medium tires as our teammate. My God, we almost lose it. But anyway, let's launch ourselves for a lap around this spectacular circuit as we go into turn one. So we of course did ignore everything that our engineer Mark just told us before the qualifying, and we brought too much speed into the apex, and so we are utterly, I want to say a bad word, but I can't. So let's go into the lap. This time we gain almost 2 seconds in only one corner because we don't make any mistakes, but the rear end gets squarely anyway on the exit, as our engineer reminds us that we only have 2 laps fuel left. but now we go into the second sector. Our first sector was a personal best. Well, no wonder, because we absolutely bottled the first turn. But anyway, we are going now into the second sector. It looks like a quite smooth lap, but I just can't get any grip, and you can see that the rear end wants to step out all the way. But now we go into the final sector, a ultra long straight line that probably doesn't want to end anyway, as the rear end again wants to step out on power. When I tried to get on power, my god, the last turn, it wasn't that good. We lost it some time, but not that much. Anyway, we go around the final corner, bit of understeer as we go overtake, DRS engaged, and we go into P11. Will that be enough? I don't know. Let's go in the box and get a new set of... Oh my god. We can't get a new set of mediums. I completely forgot that. My god, I feel so stupid. Now it's going to be very, very difficult for us to improve. But nevertheless, we are going to try. We're going to try our best, because we want to go through. We can't accept a Q1 elimination. So we go into turn 1. The understeer kicks in, but we nevertheless managed to get a good entry into turn 2, turn 3. I get so much understeer that then transforms into oversteer on the exit of the turn. But nevertheless, we are up in our time. We actually set a personal best, but we are a couple of tenths down on Jack Doohan, who is now in P16. We don't need P16, we need P15 to get through. We're gonna try our best. We're gonna try our absolute best. We're up by 2 tenths. We lose some time. Yeah, we lost some time, but yeah, we're gonna try. We have to get a magic exit. Oh my god. I've just bottled it. Absolutely bottled it.
Okay, you've got front wing damage. This will have a major impact on performance unless you box for a new one.
We're out of qualifying. P18. Alright, so that wasn't very optimal.
And that's it for sprint qualifying.
Yeah,
Plenty more
Crofty.
coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow.
Thank you, Crofty. See you all tomorrow. It is, as we see who's going to make it through. Our teammate does. We don't. That's a bit heinous, but anyway, we don't have anything to do left than try and get something back. But
forget pit
there you go,
stops,
Crofty.
forget fuel
It's all
management.
yours.
It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint. We start a lap here at Shanghai with the long, difficult right-handers of turns 1 and 2, the first of 16 corners that make up this 3.3-mile circuit. The incredibly long back straight provides the best passing opportunity of the lap, with speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour before we head into the braking zone of turn 14. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Oscar Piastri lines up on pole position. Edging out Max Verstappen,
What?
will start from P2.
He does what
Looking
to
down
who?
the rest of the grid, we have
The
Norris, Leclerc, George Russell, and Hamilton. Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Sainz, and Andrea Kimi Antonelli. Hulkenberg, Bortoletto, Isaac Hadjar, and Behrman. Doohan, Ocon, Lance Stroll, a Williams, Gasly, and Liam Lawson rounds off the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out.
Thank you, Crofty, for introducing us to the sprint. So there's no strategy, as he said, pedal to the metal all the way. 4, 5 lights. It's lights out and away we go for the sprint. We get a good start, but we get some wheel speed while we're getting to second gear, but we managed to pass the Aston Martin. We managed to pass the Alpine, the Haas. Oh my god, what a move, we've pulled off, we are P11, we've gained 7 places in one corner, we've gained 7 places in one corner. I don't know if you realize how amazing that is, as Nico Hulkenberg wants to resist, but we go for a move down the inside. We can't. Oh my god, we've touched our teammate. I don't know how that's not a damage, but nevertheless, we're gonna try and go for a move, a team move on Kimi Antonelli, the Mercedes. My god, that was a majestic move, but the Italian, our fellow Italian, is still alongside us. But nevertheless, we managed to go through. We managed to take that position, and we are now on the back of our teammate as the rear end steps out there. But it was an amazing start. My god, the rear end is stepping out. I'm pushing all the way. But meanwhile, let's have a rewatch of the start, because it was absolutely majestic. Look at that, the McLaren of Piastri starting in pole position alongside Max Verstappen. But watch out for the Williams in the back. You can see me there peeking, but look at that. We keep the inside line. We go for a move. We go for the move. 7 places made up in 2 freaking corners. If we count Antonelli, that's 8 positions in 1 freaking sector. Take a bow. I was so proud of this move when I did it. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. But now look at that. Look at the move on Kimi Antonelli. That was brave. I can already tell you that was very, very brave of us. But yeah, now let's go back to the racing action, as we have caught up to Carlos Sainz, who had gapped us in the previous laps. But now we have managed to catch up to the Spaniard, our fellow teammate, who is catching up also to Fernando Alonso, who is now in the points. We might actually have a shot for points in the sprint race. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel confident in the car. The car is a bit squirrely on the, of course, on the rear end. I have a more loaded aerodynamically setup, but I should go faster in these corners. But I really can't. As you can see there, the rear end stepped out. I should probably be slower on the straights and, of course, faster in the corners, but I just can't get the power down. The tire wear is so bad that I just really can't keep the car straight. But anyway, we have lost DRS to Carlos Sainz. That's really bad, because Gabriel Bortoleto is now catching up to us. He has DRS engaged. We engage overtake to try and defend us, but we can't do anything to defend the sheer speed except go for a move on the brakes, Daniel Ricciardo style. He would have approved, as the car, my god, steps out on the rear end. But we nevertheless managed to defend our P10, our top 10. We have to defend the position, because we can't know what will happen next, what will happen in the top 10. Someone may even retire, someone may spin. We don't know, but we have to defend, as Gabriel Bortoleto feels brave. He tries to go for a move down the inside. It's going to be tough. We have Nico Hulkenberg on our back. I don't think we might have a chance. I don't think we might have a chance to defend ourselves, as Bortoleto weaves past us. Hulkenberg does so too. I think we've lost the position unless we manage to brake really late, which we do. Let's try and go for the switcheroo. We do. Oh my god. We pass Gabriel Bortoleto. And we set our attention towards the German driver. Let's look that, because that's textbook switcheroo move. Brake more, go to the much more inside line, and we managed to overcome the Brazilian, and we set our sights on Nico Hulkenberg. Even if the car starts to feel a bit squirrely, much more than before, as you can see there. I almost spin it, but man, it's gonna be difficult. I don't think points is in our reach today, but it's gonna be difficult anyway. Gabriel Bortoleto, as you can see, has already gapped us.
Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
Oh, our engineer tells us that someone has come off on the track ahead of us.
Yellow flag.
Let's see, yellow flags waving. Let's see who it is. Who it is? I see a red dot.
Some
Charles Leclerc
information
is
on
out of the
Leclerc.
session.
Okay, it looks like the
What
Podium
happened to
terminal.
him?
They're retiring the car.
What happened to him? Is that an engine failure? Oh my god, as Bortoletto has finally gapped us. But let's watch it. Let's watch this. Yes! It was an engine failure. Oh my god. That is so bad for him. That is so bad for Ferrari. It probably will mean that they have to take a penalty in the race. No way. My god. Now we are P11. Top 10 is still possible. Of course, in the sprint race, top 10 doesn't mean anything. But that would be just pride. You know, going up from P18 to P10 would be a good, very good thing. But we can't keep up with P10. We have been caught up by Kimi Antonelli. We let him through before the detection point as he gets on the power really aggressively, and he drifts all the way. But wow, look at the speed that Mercedes has. We have DRS overtake. We're barely gaining anything on the Italian, but we go for a move down the inside. We go a bit wide, but Kimi Antonelli probably might get the switcheroo done. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Thank you, Mark, for telling me that was a nice move. I think that was one too, but now we don't have any DRS. We're slow on the straights as Kimi Antonelli weaves through on us, takes off the stickers on our car, and he just passes us. P11 is P10 is gone. It's absolutely gone. Tire wear is pretty bad. You can see that from the icon on the bottom right. Man, my god, it's gonna be so difficult in the race if the tire wear is so bad on the mediums. We're gonna probably start on hards anyway, but we'll have to manage. Oh my god, we almost lost it. We did lose it, but as Lawson passes us, now Pierre Gasly has caught up to us. We try and let him by before the detection point. I'm sorry for that. We try and let him by before the detection point to get DRS, but as you can see, he's already 7/10 ahead as Max Verstappen wins the bloody race. We are now being attacked by the Aston Martin of Lance Stroll, and I'm not gonna pass that. I'm not gonna let my pride take that load. I'm gonna go for the switcheroo. The car doesn't want to go on the power, but we're gonna try for a bold move around the outside. That was a good move. As the sprint comes to an end, P13.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Yeah, well, good recovery in the first laps, but then the tire were just kicked in and we couldn't do anything. Liam Lawson is driver of the day, yeah, as if I didn't make up 7 places in the first corner. But there you go. Max Verstappen wins. There you go. Crofty, tell us what happened.
Well, that's an end to the sprint action. Next up, we'll set the grid for the Grand Prix. So we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Crofty. We'll sure see you next time, which is going to be the qualifying session, as our engineer tells us that it's going to be a wet session, it's going to be mixed conditions, and we like that. We like a good mixed condition. We like rain, we like very low grip conditions on soft tires. But let's dive right into qualifying. Go, Crofty,
Welcome
go.
along to Shanghai, ladies and gentlemen, where it's Chinese Grand Prix weekend. But before we can race, we need to qualify. And who...
Crofty, you won't go because you were saying the same things as you said before the sprint qualifying, and we don't like that. But as we see now, the track is dry already. So if we manage to get a lap on soft tires, we might actually have a shot to go through and not have to go out again. Oh my god, it's raining already. DRS disabled. Everyone is on inters. Look at Max Verstappen, he's on inters. This could be very difficult because we're going to be off-put by everyone. It's going to be offset with everyone. My god, no, I take a lap with these tires. We let Max Verstappen through, and we go into the pits. And oh my God, we almost we have actually recreated an Hamilton 2007 Chinese move where he lost the championship. Flashbacks from Vietnam. Thank God there was no gravel there. We would have been beached if so. But we come back into the pits. It's not that bad. I mean, we still have 15 minutes, but you know, we lost a bit of time, so we now go out on inters. We now go out on intermediate tires. We have loaded so much fuel. You can see that 7 laps of fuel, because remember, whenever you're racing and the qualifying is wet, you don't ever put only 1 lap of fuel in. You don't go for one single flying lap. You go for a stint of flying laps, progressively putting it into the tires, and of course pushing it all in the final lap after having heated them in a series of course of flying laps. As we now go to the end of our first flying lap, everyone is kind of on track as we go into the final turn. The rear end stepped out there.
Down to P.2.
Thankfully, it was not a track limit, so the lap time wasn't validated. But that's not a good lap. It's P18. We have to go again, but nevertheless, it was already on program. We now go to the end of our second flying lap. Let's see if we can make final turn look better. Let's try. No, not really. I mean, it was better than the last time, but it was still heinous compared to what it should look like. Let's go again. We go again for another flying lap. We go into turn 1. We are already 1/10 up on our time, and we lose some time into turn 2. But you know, it's difficult. Nevertheless, we have improved up to P16. It's not enough. As you know, we need at least P15 to go through. This lap is good. We are 3/10 up in our time. Let's see if we can finally make the last turn look good. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. Better than the last time, but still not good enough. We improved by 8/10. We go to P13, but that's gonna be our flying lap. As we can see, overtake mode is engaged. We are now going for our best lap. We're going for the best lap of the session. We're 2/10 up already after 2 turns, and now we are going very easy on the power show shift to avoid wheel spin, and now we are 4/10 up on our previous lap time in the first sector. As we go a bit wide there, we lose some hundreds of seconds, which can be crucial.
Down to P30.
As our engineer reminds us, the place we're in right now, the second sector is very difficult in these conditions. The car wants to step out all the time. You can see there from the corrections I have to make on the steering. We go through now into the final corners of the second sector. We're 7/10 up on our time as we lose some time on entry, but we gain it on exit. Not that much, because we lost the car on the rear end. Short shift once again to limit wheel speed as we now launch ourselves on this massive back straight. We now go to the DRS zone. DRS is of course still disabled, but we still managed to engage overtake mode, brake between the 150 and 100 meter mark. The last turn wasn't that good. We lost about 2/10. Let's see if we can finally make a good last corner. Yes, we can make a good final corner. We have gained over 3/10 on this corner only, as we now go for to the end of another push lap. We are 5/10 up in our time. Let's see where that puts us. We go into the final corner, a bit of an indecision there. We go over the line, and it's P2. We now go for a recharging lap, which is going to be a very fast lap anyway, as you can see from the delta there. We're close on time. We're very close on time. 9 seconds to cross the line. Can we make it? 5, 4, 3, 2. Yes, we can just about make it with 1 second left. We're through anyway. We should probably be through anyway because our lap was a very good lap time, but it's now stopped raining, so let's be careful anyway. And as you can see, we're already 5/10 up, half a second up on our time as understeer starts to kick in. We have set a fastest first sector around the lap. We now go to the end of the second sector. We are 1.7 tenths up on our time. Once again, we set a fast purple middle sector. We now we launch ourselves onto the back straight. These tires are screaming for help, screaming for mercy, but we absolutely ignore them. We don't care about them at the moment, at this very moment in time. We can't care about them because we're going for the final lap. We're probably going to go for P1, and it doesn't matter because it's Q1, but satisfaction, as Sebastian Vettel once said in Monaco 2015. You can't, you're already through. You don't need fastest lap, but yeah, satisfaction. We go now over the final corner, and that is P1. We're through to Q2, and what a way to be through. 2.5 seconds to everyone at least, but we are through to Q2 as the eliminators are quite more normal than last time. No Ferrari is out, and now we are going to go for the dry part of our qualifying sessions. We use the tires that we already used at the beginning of the Q1. If you remember, those tires we went out on, and we had to pit because it was raining. Now it's not raining, so we can go for a push lap. It's 12 minutes. If you're wondering why I'm going out on a used set, is because I only have 3 sets of soft tires. And if I go out on 2 sets in this new particular in this Q2 session, I won't have any left for of course Q3 if we manage to go through. But nevertheless, we are now going for our fast lap around, of course, the Chinese Grand Prix with of course dry tires, maximum absolute peak of grip with these tires. We go through pretty smoothly on the first turn, not the first 2 turns. As you can see, I adopted a very Lewis Hamilton-like, of course, line there in the first 2 turns, as we set a 24.842 in the first sector. That's not a bad lap time, I'm going to be honest. But anyway, cut to the chase. Let's cut to the chase. Let's go. As Charles Leclerc sets a 1:32.0 for a fastest lap. Let's see what our time looks like. Well, where that will bring us over the last turn. Oh my god, that's a 34.8. It's not good, with P9 now, but probably not everybody has ended the lap. We need to go again. And I'm gonna go for it. We are now P12. Carlos Sainz is P8. We need a couple more tenths to get through to P10. We need a good lap, and I'm gonna go for it now. I can't afford any yellow flags, any red flags. We need to go now. It's gonna be tight on time anyway to get another run. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be one tight session. I don't know if we're gonna make it to another flying lap at the end, but nevertheless, let's focus on our lap now. Let's make this one the lap that will count, so we won't need to go out again on new tires. But now let's go overtake mode. Engage? No, we don't engage overtake mode. We go over the start finish straight line. We're already up in our time. We can go much faster into turn 1. We carry a lot of speed, and we are already 1/10 up, 2 tenths up on our time. Let's go into turn 3, which is a very tricky corner. You can see there we get a little bit of wheel spin on the exit of the corner as we of course go faster by 3 tenths on our time. The rear end steps out there, but it's good because it makes the car rotate as we now go into the second sector. we can see there, we stay tight on the curb. We get a bit of understeer there, but nevertheless, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. We now go into the section to the end of the finals of the second sector. We're 7 tenths up on our time, pardon me, and we should probably get a good enough lap time to get into Q3 and to get into the top 10. Oh my god, the rear steps out there. Cut to the chase. We go to the final 2 corners.
Okay,
Can we get? Yes, thank you, engineer, reminding us that we don't have any fuel left. We go over the final turn, overtake molding gauge. I was gonna say, sorry. We have to go out again. We have to go out again. It's not good. It's not looking good with P11. We only have 7 seconds of time left. We only 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're not gonna make it, and that's P12. That's P12. Yeah, we didn't make it. I didn't calculate things well. As Lewis Hamilton goes fastest in Q2, we didn't calculate things well at all. The timing was badly calculated, and there you go. That's the result. Beaten by a teammate. And yeah, and that's heinous, just heinous. P12. I mean, it's not that bad a result. I mean, you know, it's just the second race in Formula 1. But as our engineer is now telling us that we're in for a cookie if we manage to prove that his side of the garage is better than the other side. You know, engineer, you can just flip off. I don't really care about what you want. But I want
it's
the
time again then
Go
for
Crafty,
Formula
girl.
1 in Shanghai. Northwest of the thriving city of over 24 million people is a circuit that first featured in the championship calendar back in 2004. It played host to Formula 1's 1000th Grand Prix back in 2019. Shanghai International Circuit, then, is a 16-corner high-speed thrill ride. The long and ever-tightening right-hander at turns 1 and 2 tests a driver's patience, and the flats, open to the elements location, test their skill in a crosswind. 2 DRS zones will assist passing, and they're available into turn 1 and down the kilometre-long back straight into turn 14. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Oscar Piastri lines up on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Hamilton, George Russell, and Sainz, Hadjar, Ocon, Lawson, and Jack Doohan. A Williams, Fernando Alonso, Nico Hülkenberg, and Antonelli, Gasly, Tsunoda, Lance Stroll, and Ollie Behrman. Bortoletto and Charles Leclerc completes today's grid order. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway.
Thank you, Crofty. As you can see, we've made up a place. We're P11 because Charles Leclerc got demoted because of a penalty, an engine penalty. But now we're on the way. You saw the strategy. 5 lights on ahead of the drivers, and we go. We're on the way, and we cut across the track because we got some wheel spin. As now we go around the outside, the V-carb takes itself towards the inside. Lawson has brought himself to the inside. We're in a V-carb sandwich, and we go down the inside on Liam Lawson, who managed to resist that around the outside. We're probably going to go for a move on the brakes, are we? Yes, we're going to go for a move, and we're going to pass Esteban Ocon too. Wow, that was brave under the brakes, as we now set our sights on Isaac Hadjar, the Frenchman, on the V-carb, the Italian V-carb. But let's take a look at the start from the front as well, because we want to see what's happening there. I'm going to take a guess, and it's going to be a McLaren 1-2. Yes, it is, because Crofty told us before, as we see the McLarens going off pretty good. We can see who's that. Piastri around the outside. Lando Norris wants to go for a move down the inside. He feels brave, the Briton. He feels brave. Can he take the position? Piastri, the Australian, the Aussie, has managed to keep the position. Can he go for a dive bomb as we did on turn 5? Can he? No, he can't. As we try and see where we are, we go there. We're there. Actually, we passed the Haas. We've passed the Frenchman of the Haas, Esteban Ocon, and we have now set our sights, as I was telling you, on of course the other Frenchman on the grid of Isaac Adger, and we can now cut back to racing action, because I can guarantee you it's going to be one hell of a race in terms of racing action. It's not going to be a dull race. It's going to be very interesting, as we can probably try and set our sights on Adjar and try and attack him. But no, the rear end once stepped out there. Adjar has gapped us a bit, and we now have to defend against Esteban Ocon, who is going to be probably wounded in his pride for the double overtake that he had to endure. But we are now going to go for the textbook switcheroo maneuver, and that was just majestic.
Okay, the start was fine.
Thank you, Mark, for telling us that the start was fine. Thank you. We are not gonna let drivers pass us and weave by us like it's nothing, because we are playing it for the points. We're actually P9 right now. As Adger goes for a move down the inside of Jack Doohan. My God, he's feeling brave. He does, the Frenchman. He is feeling brave. He actually feels very brave. Oh my God, we almost lose him on the exit of turn 3. We have to keep the train of those ahead. We can't lose it, so we go for a move down the inside of Esteban Ocon. So I'm gonna unravel very quickly the plan that I had for this race. As I saw that the sprint race tire wear was so bad, I decided that for the first few laps I was gonna manage the tires. Even if it's our tires, I'm gonna manage it, because last race in Australia and the sprint race in China has taught us that time management is so crucial, and of course also DRS is crucial, because we don't have as much speed as the AI. So we need to get that DRS. But tire management is going to be a key factor into this race, as Esteban Ocon is finally trying to get past us. He gets past us even before the DRS zone. We need to defend. We cover the outside for Liam Lawson. We go for the switchback, but he covers the inside very well. He learns from his mistakes, which is not the thing that you usually see from AI on the F1 games. But now we go for the move, or we go on for the third lap of 28. We don't have to let us down. We don't have to be, of course, disappointed from the start. We have made up a place. We're in the point zone. We're in a point scoring position. We need to keep on managing tires, because the race is going to come to us if we don't get attacked by Liam Lawson. We don't, as we now can, of course, keep the DRS train ahead, and it's going to be very, very crucial for us to, because otherwise we're going to get attacked by those behind. As you can see there, I'm not even taking the entry flat out, because tire management is going to be so important, and you're going to see the results after, as my God, we almost lose it on the exit. We're 9/10, 1 second off Esteban Ocon. We need to force the braking, because we need to get the DRS. We do, but we would need a little bit of strip slim as well, because Liam Lawson is much closer to us than what we are to Esteban Ocon. You can see 1.1 versus 2/10. My God, it's going to be very difficult to defend. In fact, Liam Lawson already alongside us, already alongside Fernando Alonso. Fernando Alonso is fancying a move around the inside, but we go for a move around the outside. Oh my God, the braking there was just super braking around there. There was a magic move. I'm very proud of myself, I must say. Thank you. Also, a target for us is to finish as close as possible to Carl Sainz. As reminder that he is one of the best drivers on the grid. But meanwhile, while we try to catch Isaac Adjo in the hope that nothing bad happens, let's also not forget to leave a subscription, leave a like, leave a comment down below. What do you think? How do you think we are performing? What would you like to see? What type of content would you like to see? It would be very important. Don't forget also to activate notifications, because YouTube sucks, and if you don't, you can't see my videos. But you're gonna miss the beauty of those videos. But anyway, back to racing action. We catch up. We have some catching up to do. We have some defending to do. We have some harvesting to do, because we are currently out of ERS. But still, anyway, we managed to get the DRS from Hajar, off of Hajar. We are again in a V-carb sandwich like the first lap. We need to defend. We absolutely need to defend. We can't lose too much time. As you can see, Isaac Adjo is an all-French battle around there. As Lawson, the Kiwi driver, goes for a move around the inside, but we brake really late and go for a move around the outside. But we can actually manage to get past Esteban Ocon. Can we? Yes, we can. Around the final corner, we get track limits, but that doesn't matter, because we have made just an amazing move. We get back into the top 10, and we set our sights on the Frenchman on the V-carb. Can we try and get past him? We are going to try our best. And then we have another Aussie driver, of course, the likes of Jack Doohan, of course, as an engineer tells us.
We want to keep them behind, please. It's critical for our race.
Okay, thank you, Mark. We're going to try our best to keep Lawson behind. As Esteban Ocon has dropped a few places, I wonder if he had some kind of damage while we were scrambling up there. We're losing a bit of contact to Isaac Adjo, but yeah, it's normal when you're not pushing flat out, you're managing the tires. It's pretty normal. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But
everything's looking good.
Thank you, Mark. Someone recognizes my work in tire management. As we finally go around the final corner, we engage hot lap mode to try and defend ourselves, as Lawson is mighty close. And he's probably going to go for a move. Is he going to go? Yes, he is. He will.
Quite what we needed, I'm afraid, but listen, don't worry about it. It's a long way to go, so let's just focus until the end.
Yeah, don't worry, Mark. I'm going to just get past him around the outside. It's not that big of a deal. We're just 3 moves around the outside for Liam Lawson. He's going to probably have nightmares of us going around the outside on that move, as we now set once again our sights on Isaac Adjo. The Frenchman in the V-carb. Cut to lap 6. We've lost a bit of contact to Isaac Adjo. Liam Lawson is going to try to go for a move down the inside. Can we go for a 4th time?
Okay, focus.
Can we go for a 4th time around the outside? Yes, we can. Yes, we can go for a move around the outside for the 4th time in like 6 laps. Wow, that was just... The Williams feels mighty under the brakes as Adjo goes for a move. Oh my God, we've clipped the grass, but nevertheless we managed to keep ahead of Liam Lawson. But the tires are dirty now, and but yeah, we've gapped him already. Thankfully, we're safe. But oh my God, that was so scary. It was very, very scary. I just was distracted by those two fighting ahead, but nevertheless we have caught up. Fast forward to a lap later, we've caught up to the Aussie in the Alpine. We go for a move down the inside. It was well preparated. We hit until the very last second behind the Aussie driver as we manage. We have a yellow flag. Doohan is catching up to us, but Alonso is out of the session. Engine failure. Oh my God, Nando. Nando, you're so unlucky. I'm so sorry for you. He was doing a very good race in the points, solid race. Of course, He doesn't care about points, but yeah, that's just so unlucky. We have finally gapped Jack doing, and we fast forward to a couple of laps later. We are gonna try and catch. We have caught up actually. There's not much catching up to do, but we have caught up to Isaac Hajar, and we're gonna try and get past him. We have to try and get past him because now we have a gap to those behind. I think it's 5 seconds. Yes, it is. That's our best option to go and try and get P7. That would be such an amazing result to get P7. Oh my God, safety car. That's good. Esteban Ocon is out of the race. Let's see what happened. Probably an engine failure. No. Oh my God. He spinned it. He lost it. He completely lost it on acceleration. My God, that's such a stupid error for a driver with his experience. My God, that was unexpected. But that's as an engineer tells us that we should pit for soft tires, but no, mate, we're gonna try and pit for the same medium tires we were running on the sprint and go to the end. And I'm actually wondering if the AI is gonna go for a double pit stop, because in that case we might actually have a very good chance of getting a very good result. But anyway, let's dive into the pits. Our teammate is in, you can see that, but still, it doesn't matter. We're still going to come in because we would lose so much time, so much places if we just had pit the next lap. As you can see, Carlos Sainz has got on soft tires, so it means that it's going to go for on another stop, because you can't possibly get on to the end with soft tires. So does Hajar. Oh my God, we might actually have a good run for a very good result as the safety car comes in on this very lap. We have to be careful. So the plan, I'm gonna tell you what my plan is. Managing the tires for a couple laps, because we still have a very long way to go on these tires. And then when they pit, start to push as well and see what comes as we now go. We go racing once again. As they all slow down. Oh my God, I almost went to the back of Isaac Hajar. Oh my God, I don't know. I got distracted watching Bam and behind, and that's a good thing because it's keeping Tsunoda in the Red Bull on on fresh new soft tires behind. So the plan, we know it. Manage in the first few laps and then go all in and see what comes next. So as Bam and Tsunoda are scrambling, we are trying to, let's see.
We can't let them hold us up for too long, so let's try and get past as soon as possible and crack on. Push.
Okay, thank you Mark for motivating us and giving us the objective of passing Isaac Hajar. We are still in the managing mode, not quite as conservative as I was in the first laps after the safety car, but now we have to go full push. We have to pass the Frenchman in the V-Carb, overtaking gauge. I saved some ERS, overtaking gauge. We engage DRS, slipstream. We gain 343 kilometers as we go for a great move down the inside. We pass the Frenchman on the V-Carb. You can see the tires are dropping off right now, and we now have to catch up to Carlos Sainz ahead, our teammate, as Lewis Hamilton sets the 1:36.0 as the fastest lap of the race. We now are going to go after our teammates, and we are now going to go full push because we are sensing some good results possible, and we now have caught up to our teammate Carlos Sainz. Oh my God, we almost ran into the back of him. We're so much faster now. Teamwork. Where's the team? We need to get past. We're losing so much time ahead. George Russell, thank you engineer for telling us that we are going fast, and now we need oh my God, God, I didn't expect that. I never reminded I edited that video that way. I didn't expect to be finding myself going off the grass. But anyway, we have now, we're on the back of Carlos Sainz, but he still has that, that a bit of extra speed on the straight, given by that, of course, that setup difference. But now Carlos Sainz dives into the pits, so does Lewis Hamilton, and we're actually P4 now. Oh my god, Verstappen is on pits, he pits as well. We're on the podium places. My god, guys, oh my god, guys, we're in the podium places for our second race of the career. And our engineer tells us we have to pit, but no, mate, there's no freaking way in pitting. But Kimi Antonelli is now caught up to us. We're now P2, as Oscar Piastri has pit as well. We didn't get that, I'm sorry. But now Kimi Antonelli passes us. I mean, I'm sorry about it, but he just has the Mercedes, just the fastest car. Oh my god, we almost went into the back of Kimi Antonelli. We almost went into the back of Kimi Antonelli, but nevertheless, let's try and stay close to him, because it's not over yet. We might still have a chance for a podium. Tyre wear is starting to kick in now. Those push laps were really difficult for the tires to digest, but nevertheless, we're still gonna go and try to keep up with Kimi Antonelli, as now Max Verstappen sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, and we go under braking. Kimi Antonelli has gapped us. Oh my god, we spin it, we go across the ground. Please don't beach us. Okay, we're going through. Oh my god, it's we've lost 3 seconds. We've lost 3 seconds to Kimi Antonelli and to the cars behind, as we are now seeing what happened on those tires. But now fast forward to lap 25. Piastri has caught up to us. He has a brand new set of soft tires. It's gonna be difficult. We're trying to play the 3D chess move. We try and let him through. Oh my god, we get damage on the front wing, but it's not that big of a deal. But oh my god, yeah, we get the arrest, but Piastri just went off into the distance, as we have now lost ground on Pierre Gasly. We have lost ground on Lewis Hamilton. We're gonna go and cover the outside. We're gonna try for our sign-off move around the outside. Can we do it for a 5th time? Yes, we can. With the rear end stepping out at the end, we can go for a move. Around the inside. We can go for a move around the outside. I'm sorry. We can go there, and yeah, we just defend, and we're gonna do it all the way. We're gonna do it all the way until we don't finish this race. And I'm not kidding you. It's gonna be. I'm gonna fight till the end, because this could be the very best chance that we have to get a very good number of points. Now we can't push as much. You can see the tyre wear icon has popped up. It's orange now, and as who's that? Is Max Verstappen, who's caught up to us. You know what? I'm gonna engage DRS. I'm not gonna defend it too much. It's just fast. It passes it without DRS. It even passes it without DRS. We go for a move. No, I was wrong. I was going to defend this, but Max Verstappen manages to go for the switcheroo, and yes, he does get ahead of us. But it's not that bad of a situation anyway, because yeah, we have lost position, but still, it wasn't going to be a podium because of that mistake. Maybe we could have gotten that. Maybe Oscar Piastri would have caught up to us on the last lap. But yeah, it's just 2 points difference. I mean, between 4th, 5th, doesn't really matter. It's good points for the team anyway. But it's now Pierre Gasly and Oscar Norris. Sorry, Lando Norris that we have to fend off. it's gonna be very difficult. We have to harvest some ERS between, of course, these corners. It's gonna be difficult. I'm gonna be totally honest. It's gonna be very, very difficult for us. But we are nevertheless try our best. Nevertheless, try our best, because that would be so crucial at the moment, guys. We are beating our teammate Carlos Sainz, one of the most experienced drivers on the paddock in Formula 1 since 2015, and now Pierre Gasly has caught up to us. He has slipstream, DRS engaging, and oh, he breaks the front wing. He breaks his side pod. Sorry, the side pod. The front wing. There we go. Front. Oh my God, the real lock there. We have some bodywork damage. My God, guys, I'm giving absolutely everything. We're giving absolutely everything out there to keep the podium. Sorry, the P5. I'm just so stressed right now. I don't know what I'm saying. As we now go into the final lap, we go to cover the inside. Who's that? It's Lewis Hamilton. It's Lewis Hamilton. We need to cover. We cannot let us pass. We can't let Lewis Hamilton pass. It's P5. It's our best result. It's the second race only in our Formula 1 career, in our path to bringing Williams back to glory. And
here's the gap that we're trailing the car
yes,
ahead
okay,
by.
Mark, we don't care about the car ahead. We only care about the car behind. And we can see that Lewis Hamilton is losing some time. Is he? Yeah, he is. He's 7/10 off. Might that mean that he has some damage? Because it's not possible that he is losing time on from tire wear. Yes, it's 1.5. Yes, he must have some damage. Probably he got some contact with us. Probably when we closed the inside door on the final lap in turn 1. Can we make it through? We're probably gonna make it, guys. I saved all of the arrests that I have as George Russell takes the win. Look at that 80% tire wear. My God, we have pulled off a miracle, fanning off faster cars behind us. We now go easy on the brakes in the turn where we have pulled off some majestic moves around the outside. We round the final corner. Ladies and gentlemen, we can celebrate. My God, we can celebrate because we have made it to P5 in our second race. That's amazing. We could have probably fought for a podium, but you know what? I'm happy. Yeah, happy either way. It's 10 points. We're ahead of the teammate. And what the hell is this noise? George Russell wins. We're probably ahead of the teammate in the driver standings. But what the hell is going on? What the hell is this noise? If someone knows, please feel free to let me know in the comments. But I'm so happy. I'm so happy about this result as PC. Oh, okay, that's calculating sprints. Who has got the most points in the weekend? We're 7th, but please, reminder, subscribe and also follow and also leave a like, because it's gonna be one hell of a season.